Hello, Papscallions, twaddlers, American caregivers, rocks and punchers, and colleagues. This video is going to be late. Whoopsies. So guess what I won, guys? Yeah. So Roxanne, you had asked Greg and I what we thought about Iron Man 2. Overall, I thought it was a very entertaining movie, and I was very excited to see it. I went to go see it midnight last week, and I tweeted about it. I think that's how you knew I was going to see it, because otherwise you would be stalking me. Are you stalking me? Again? But at the same time, I also felt it was like a bridge from Iron Man 1 to the Avengers, which is fine, and I'm totally okay with that. And I think, you know, with what Marvel is doing, which is expanding the universe within its films, like they did with their comics, I think that's smart, and you're gonna have those films that are bridges from A to C. There are gonna have to be some B's in there, right? Wait, it is A, B, C, D? Yeah, A, B, C. I got the alphabet right. But that's just me. Greg, what do you think? Flight of the Conchords, for the win! I've actually never seen them live, and I would die to see them live. And Peppy, you have to agree, there is some sort of unspoken tendency to sort of make these videos as polished as possible. I think that comes from the fact that this is spanning from an already established language, which is TV and film, which is completely polished, and to have these vlogs, this new form of communication, come in here and be like, hey, I'm gonna be rough, and I'm gonna be tough, and I'm just gonna do the fudge knuckles that I want to do with this medium. It's hard to get away from an established language. It's like taking Latin and expanding it into all these romantic language, which I always find myself struggling with, because I don't want this to be completely polished, but at the same time I don't want this to be boring. And I've noticed recently in my other videos, because I've been so exhausted, that my video making skills have sort of been like diminishing, and it's kind of boring. But at least it's raining outside and it's nice. It's raining! Isn't that nice? Roxanne! Greg! I used to love Dharma and Greg. I can't wait to see you guys here in Chicago on June 5th. I believe that's the date that we put together. There's only one little small hiccup. I don't have an apartment yet. I'm trying really hard. I even made myself a dry erase board and calendar to get myself organized. I'm not even done packing. It's just I can't seem to find the right one. I guess that's sort of my fault though, because I'm waiting for an apartment to declare itself as my own. I'm waiting to walk in and be like, wow, this is home. No, this is Sparta. Do I really jump cut in my own mannerisms? Is that possible? Yes, it is. I mean, today I spent 3 hours walking through the neighborhoods here, so I have this weird fantasy that I'm gonna walk into this corridor and there's gonna be this door just slightly open, just a bit, enough for me to see, ah, there is my home. But that fantasy's not happening, and I don't know why. But taking that walk today, I started to ask myself, why am I looking for a home? Why am I waiting for this perfect thing to fall into my lap? Why don't I just take something that's comfortable and something that's manageable and something that's affordable? I mean, I have a home. It's back home, isn't it? Anyways, guys, I will see you in June. I will have an apartment. Helen, I love your idea about sending packages, and I also love your idea about having an offline video. God, I would have loved to have an offline video today. In fact, I should have probably just shot a video explaining why I don't have a video, because that happens often in the YouTube world. Isn't it kind of ironic? Anyways, a very wise old band once said, a horse is not a home. But if it's cheap, has heat included, then Greg and Luke, you'll be spending a night in a horse, because that's where I'll be. See you next week, guys. And Greg, I'll see you tomorrow. And I even might... Oops, it's dirty. Oh.